Om. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvannotibhisida Sadhanam. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurureva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambha Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. There is another page. Next page. Samasta Jana Kalyani. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnana Pradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitarthaya Tattva Bodho Vidhiyate. Tattva Bodho Vidhiyate. Now, Kinki, don't remove that screen. Please come to the first page because somebody had asked the meaning of these shlokas and why do we chant it. So first we'll go to the explanation of these shlokas and then we'll go ahead. So the first one is a Vedic mantra. The first one is Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahe, Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. This is from Atharva Veda. The first one is Om Sahana Vavatu. What happened?
I think I don't have that page.
No, just now you shared the same thing. Just now what you shared, that one only.
Okay.
First page, yeah. First page. Yes. Before this? This one. Okay. So, yeah. So now, what does this mean? Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu. Avatu, avadhatu means to protect. Let us be protected together. So now, Sahana Bhunaktu. Bhunaktu means what? Let us enjoy together or do bhog together. Whatever comes to us, let us enjoy together. Let us share it. Then Saha Viryam Karvavahe. Let us do good work together. Let us move ahead towards prosperity together. Let that virya express through us. May we go ahead together. Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahi. Let us educate ourselves together. That education, let that make me tejasvi. And ma vidvishavahi. May we not have ill feelings towards each other. Dvesh, vidvishavahi. May we not have dvesh towards each other, because this prarthana is being done by the teacher and the taught. So sometimes it happens that the disciple has got some disliking for the teacher, or vice versa. That may not happen with us. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. 3 times the Shanti has been invoked, peace has been invoked at the level of Adibhautik, Adidevik, and Adhyatmik. At the external level, at the mental level, and at the Devdas level. All the 3 levels at the cosmic level. Next page, Kinki. This is a prayer for Ganesh Bhagwan. Who's Ganeshi? Ganeshi is the deity that removes all obstacles. When we are going towards the higher, when we are invoking the higher in us, at that time, we need the higher to be with us to remove all the obstacles. As higher as we go, the obstacles also increase. And that is why here, this is the whole Vedic mantra, Om Gananam Tva Ganpatikam Bhavamahe. I invoke the grace of Ganpati. Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam. He is the Lord, he is the Kavi who, amongst all the Kavis means Mantra Drishta also. Kavi means who has got a lot of knowledge also. He is the Devta of all the knowledge also. Jeshta Rajam Brahmanam Brahmanasvata Ana Shrimanmutipi the Sadhanam. I am invoking that Jeshta Raja, who is the Brahma also. Mahaganapati, Mahaganadipataye Namaha. I am invoking that Ganeshi. Then we are invoking Saraswati. I am just giving you the gist. This has got a deeper meaning, but I am just giving you a gist. Saraswati Namastubhyam. Then thirdly, we invoke the Devi of Vidya, Saraswati Ma, to bless us, because we are starting to have Vidya Rambham Karishyami. We are starting the procedure of knowledge. So Siddhir Bhavtu Me Sada, I invoke your grace so that Vidya comes to me. Hey Saraswati, Namastubhyam, who are you? Varade Kamarupini, who fulfills all the desires. Next page. So I am invoking the grace of Saraswati Ma. Then we are invoking the grace of the Guru and Guru Parampara here. So this mantra is very common. Guru Brahma, who's that Guru? Is Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. All the 3, the first line. And Guru Reva Parabrahma. But that is the Guru Tattva, that principle. I am invoking that principle. Whoever may be my Guru, that is not important, but I am invoking that Guru Tattva in that person, so that Guru Tattva guides me. Maybe it is possible that I have some other Guru, you may be having some other Guru, but the Guru Tattva is the same, who are expressing as Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh also. Then Sadashiva Samarambha, Shankaracharya Madhyama. Who's that Acharya? My Acharya, present Acharya I am prostrating. Who's that Acharya? Who has started that parampara, whose parampara is related to Sadashiva. That Shivji, the deity of that knowledge, he has started this parampara of education, of this Vidya. So, Sadashiva Samarambham. It has started from him. And Shankaracharya Madhyama. In the middle is our Bhagwan Shankaracharya, whose text we are reading. This Tattwa Bodh has been created by Shankaracharya Bhagwan. So we are prostrating him also. Till my Acharya, Asmad Acharya Paryanta, Vande Guru Parampara. I am prostrating to the whole parampara of Gurus. Because everybody is a link to my knowledge. The knowledge has been passed. It is not their personal knowledge. Nobody has made it personal. It has all been taken from the earlier one and has been transferred to the next generation. Shruti, and then this shlok, the last one, is prostrations to Shankaracharya Bhagwan. Who's he? Shruti, Smriti, Purananam, Alayam. He is the Alay, he is the abode of what? Of Shruti, Smriti, and Puran, of all the three. He's the abode because when we go further deeper into the text, you will see that how he quotes from different Shrutis, from different Smritis, from Puranas, etc. And he is Karunalaya also. If the teacher is not compassionate enough, he won't give us knowledge at all because we have got so many negativities in us, but he still neglects those negativities and keeps on teaching us with all the compassion in his heart. Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Loki Shankaram. I prostrate to that Bhagavad Pad Shankaram Loka Shankaram. He is Shankaram. Shankaram means Shamkaroti the Shankar, who creates auspiciousness, who gives bliss, who gives prosperity, who gives peace. That is Shankar, who is giving peace to all the lokas. Next page. Samastajan, this is the prostration to our Chinmayanand Saraswati, our Gurudev, Puja Chinmayanandji. Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam. He was always, has given his life for the benefit of all the people around him. Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam, who is always, who has invested his life in the betterment of all the people around him, the society as a whole. I prostrate to that Chinmayan Deva, Sadguru, who is Sadguru, and who is Brahma Vidwara, who is the most intelligent and who is the Gyani among all the saints. Wow. And this shloka, the last one, is the Mangalacharan of our Tattwa Bodh that we have already seen in detail. Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnana Pradam Guru. This shloka has been written by Shankaracharya Bhagwan himself for his Guru and for Bhagwan, who is Vasudev and Yogindra. I prostrate to them. Both of them are who? They are givers of knowledge. And this text is being created by me for the good of the mumukshus, for the good of the people who, for the sadhak who want liberation from joys and sorrows. Okay, Tattva Bodho Abhidhyate. So this text is being created by. This is the meaning, a gist of all the shlokas that we chant in the morning to invoke the grace of the higher. Because when we are moving ahead, when we want when we are moving towards the higher, there are many types of obstacles. Sometimes health issues come up. Sometimes our mind is not right. Sometimes the Devta is not happy, so something outside will happen. So all these things are there, so we need to pacify them. We need to make them happy on us so that we can study, we can go ahead. Okay, so now we come to our text. You can remove this. Now, yesterday we were talking about Vairagya. Who will tell me the definition of Vairagya? What is Vairagya? Without seeing. I have allowed you to unmute yourselves.
Amma. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, Amma. The meaning of Vairagya is it starts with Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka Viragaha. So
no, that is Vivekaha.
Okay.
That is Vivekaha, Supratim.
Vivekaha.
Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka.
Vivekaha.
Vairagya is what?
Vairagya is without Raga and Dvesh, those who are not afflicted with Raga and Dvesh.
Tell me the definition. I expect definition from you at least. Whatever is written there in the textbook, at least read that now.
Okay.
Shoma.
It's the dispassion.
Yeah, you are translated it in English. I need the definition.
Absence of rag, as Supratim said.
Yeah, absence of rag. But what is it? How does it express?
Yaha swarga.
Yeah. Yes. Yaha swarga bhogeshu viragaha. Yoshi, you have your book. आहे तुझ्याकडे? नसली तर तिथून एक विकत घेऊन घेता. चिन्मय मिशन आहे तिथे पण नागपूर.
Okay.
ठीक आहे.
Amma, it is as per the text. It says viragah kaha iha swarga bhogeshu ichha rahityam.
Yes.
It means that not having the pleasure, not having the interest to enjoy the worldly objects, the worldly pleasures, including heaven. The lack of desire.
Yeah, don't read that, Supratim. Don't read it. Everybody can read it. Try to explain it.
Okay.
What does it mean? Iha swarga bhogeshu. Just tell me the meaning. Iha and swarga bhogeshu ichha rahitya. What does it mean?
Not interested in the worldly objects.
Yeah. Worldly objects, iha. Iha means worldly objects. Swarga bhogeshu means?
स्वर्ग को भी भोग करने की इच्छा नहीं है उनको.
स्वर्ग को भी भोग के. स्वर्ग में क्या क्या आ जाएगा? सुजतपा, स्वर्ग में क्या क्या आ जाएगा? शुभाशीष, योशी, स्वर्ग में मैंने कल बताया था क्या क्या आएगा?
Joy, desire,
joys of what? Joys of what? Of which place will get included in Swarga? There are many lokas, other lokas also, bigger lokas also, where we can have more pleasures than the Swarga also. Everything is included in that. Apart from Mrityu Lok, Iha means here, at present. So dispassion means what? That I am not interested in any of the joys, either belonging to this worldly experiences, or when I leave the body, when I go to some other higher lok, I am not interested in either of the both enjoyments. Higher enjoyment also related to this world, this body also. Simple, this is Virag. Now tell me, how does Rag exist? How does Rag start?
Amma, Rag starts with attachment to joy, which further increases, and it converts to love and desire.
Yes, it starts from desire. Don't miss that point. How does it start? It starts basically from desire. Because I have got desire, and that is why I start searching. And who's the main culprit of desire?
Ego, ahankar.
Ahankar.
No, ahankar is the product. Ahankar comes afterwards.
The emptiness.
Yes, Sonia. Good. The emptiness. I am empty right now. When I will get that thing or that joy, then I'll be completed. At present, I feel incomplete within myself. So I'm not complete at all. So I'm waiting for that object or the person or the situation to complete myself, and then I'll get completed. And then in the process, what happens, as Soma said, that I tend to increase my attachment to that object. Why? Because it is giving me joy. Because it is giving me joy, I want that object to be with me forever. I cannot. And then in that process, the other negativities also enter in. Like, I am very possessive of that person or the situation or that object. I cannot share that person or object with anybody. Then if somebody else comes in between, then I start having jealousy. Then if that object is snatched away from me, I become angry. All these are the byproducts of the same desire, of the same attachment. When a person starts knowing that this attachment is taking me to bondage, at that time he tries to bring his mind back. He has enjoyed, because he is a adhikari, because he is a jigyasu. Jigyasu means what? He has a thirst for higher, and that is why he wants himself. He has tasted the joy of being liberated, joy of freedom, joy of not being bound by any of his thoughts, lower thoughts. And that is why he feels that, why am I getting bound by all these things? I should lift my mind apart. I should take my mind outside, out of all these things, because there are more bigger joys waiting for me outside. And this tends towards dispassion, vairagya. It's not an empty thing, or it's not that it is a very dry thing. It is actually the person has thought about it a lot. He has meditated upon it a lot, and that is why he comes to certain conclusion that these things, these joys, are temporary. They will bind me. I'll get attached to them. I will want them, and when that thing does not, that person is not with me, I'll feel helpless. So he's keeping his mind alert with that person, situation, or an object. Anything. We can get attached to anything. I can get attached to a simple pen also. That pen is helping me to write as I want. It is fulfilling my desire. It has got a beautiful writing. Of course, I write in the pen, but the pen is an instrument for my writing. Then I get attached to that simple pen also. We get attached to our clothes. We get attached to our wardrobe. We get attached to whatnot. Similarly, we get attached to situations also. We get attached to people also. So it is not only people around us. It belongs to everything. Wherever we go, whatever, because mind is there everywhere. So this main culprit is who? Main culprit is that empty aham, khali aham. Only because I feel empty, that is why I tend to get attached. Okay, so now we'll go ahead.
Ma, can we also say that the empty aham, the emptiness, the incompleteness inside me, which causes attachment inside me, is because of the facade of ignorance?
Everything is coming out of ignorance, Supratim. That is the basic culprit. Everything, whatever I am saying, khali aham, emptiness, that is ignorance only, nothing else. So all these are bacha kachas of ignorance only, everything. So ignorance is there. That is why we are removed from with Tattwa Bodh. Remember the definition. Tattva Bodh, we are actually removing that ignorance. Okay, tell me, why are we removing? How can ignorance go by? Only one word I need. How can Tattva Bodh remove ignorance? How is it possible that this Tattva Bodh is removing ignorance? With what? Try again.
Through Gyan.
Gyan is in what form?
Tattva. Tattva chit.
Vritti.
Means we are thinking of ourselves.
In
Thinking.
self.
Thinking is in what form?
vrittis.
Vrittis, right, Sonia. So because both of them are in the form of vrittis, so काटे से काटा निकालते हैं. Similarly, vritti से vritti निकालें. So one vritti is removing another vritti. And again, that vritti will, Gyan vritti is easy to drop. Gyan vritti is easy to drop. Like yesterday, we gave the example of bhindi and kathal. Okay, bhindi we can easily wash up with the water, but with that kathal we cannot. Similarly, this gyan, it will go away. Once it removes that ignorance, it will go away also. It won't stick to us. But these negativities, this ignorance, that takes us from one word to another, one body to another, one situation to another situation. This is creating, this is the main culprit. Okay, now let's go forward. Now, if we remove all the attachments in our life, we'll become completely empty. We won't have anything, anything to look forward in our life. Don't you think? This is so much of an insipid type of a tasteless type of a life. So after removing, we have to attach. See, our mind is rasa pradhan. It likes to enjoy. It needs love. It likes emotions. It has got bhavna. So we have to, if we are removing something from that mind, we have to replace also something. So when we are removing the lower tendencies, when we are removing the lower attachments, we have to attach that mind with something higher, where it will get more joy, not less joy, where it will like to enjoy more. But it has to be given that taste. Initially, it has to be given that taste so that it knows that more higher joys are there. And that is why dispassion means not only removing those lower tendencies or lower attachments, but to attach to something higher. Attach yourself and then detach. Gurudev used to say, attach and detach. So when we are having a higher altar in our life, then we can easily remove our mind from that lower joys. Easily that can be removed. So you have to give those tastes. You have to give the taste of puja, you have to give the taste of upasana. And when you see the outcome, when you see the result that is coming, naturally your mind will get attached to those things. It becomes natural in your life. So you have to start by putting sukhakar vritti. See, I'm using all those small Sanskrit terms, small Vedantic terms, so that you come to know these are not difficult. Sukhakar vritti, the thought of enjoyment. So sukhakar vritti has to be put in higher rather than in the lower. And like we are doing something good, like we are suppose we are serving somebody, we are going to some temple, or we are doing seva in some temple, anything. When we taste that joy, slowly what happens? The lower joys are automatically left. Okay, so dispassion is not a negative word. It is a very, very positive and a very, very strong word, which is highly revered and which is highly recommended for adhikari, for a student of higher knowledge. Okay, so when this comes in our life, what happens? A person is more available for the higher. Because he has got more time now, he's got more energy now. His energy is not dissipated in some other channels. He can channelize his mind towards the higher. So what are the three strong sources of dispassion? First one is Atmakar Vritti, the thought of knowledge, the thought of the self. Where we are going from that Vedantic procedure, we are moving ahead towards a better adhikari. So this is the first source of dispassion, that we try to become Uttam Adhikari. We are trying to inculcate within ourselves that Atmakar Vritti. Atmakar Vritti means what? The thought of the self. Thought of the self. Go and wash your face, Supratim. Go. And then second one is Ishwarakar Vritti. Second one is Ishwarakar Vritti. Ishwarakar Vritti. Suma?
Amma, I have a doubt.
Vritti is thought. Thought. Vritti means thought. Sukhakar vritti, thought of sukh. Atmakar vritti means thought of atma. Okay, vritti means thought. Simple. That is why I'm trying to bring in more Sanskrit terms so that it's not difficult for you all. Okay, vritti means thought. So atmakar vritti. Second is ishwarakar vritti. Okay, second is ishwarakar vritti. The source of dispassion. Second one is ishwarakar vritti. And third is guru bhakti. These three are the sources, are the main sources of dispassion.
Third one, can you repeat, please?
The first one is Atmakar Vritti, the Vedantic way. Second is Ishwarakar Vritti. And third is Guru Bhakti. When we have a Guru, see, on this path, because we are going towards unknown, that is why we need somebody to tell us about the path. As in the worldly incidences also, when we are trying to search somebody's house, we take the help of either GPS, or we ask the policeman, or we ask the people around. We take directions. Similarly, here also we need somebody to direct us, to give us directions, because we are on a path where the destination is not unknown, but it is not seen. It is not very clear. The Shastra, the scriptures are indicators of that destination. So we need somebody to direct us on this path. So a guru is required. So here Guru Bhakti, Ishwarakar Vritti, and third one is Atmakar Vritti. All these are required. Now we come to Samadhi, Sadhana Sampatti. First one was Vairagya, Vivek, sorry, then was Vairagya. Now we come to the third point. What are we seeing? Tell me, what are we seeing?
Sadhan Chatushtaya.
Sadhan Chatushtaya. Okay, don't get lost. We are seeing Sadhan Chatushtaya. Anuban Chatushtaya, we had seen, people get confused between Anuban Chatushtaya and Sadhan Chatushtaya also. Don't get confused. Anuban Chatushtaya are the requirements for knowledge, that is Adhikari, Prayojan, Vishay, and Samman. These are different. Then Sadhan Chatushtaya is, first one is Vivek, then Vairagya, then Samadhi Sampatti, and Moksha. So now we are on the third one, Samadhi Sadhana Sampatti. Kinki, can you share the screen? We can read it and then we'll go forward. Yeah, good. So, Samadhi Sadhana Sampatti Ka. Ka. Now here Ka means why it has been taken Ka, because Samadhi Sadhana Sampatti. Sampatti is feminine. Because this is a feminine word, that is why Kaha has changed to Ka. Otherwise, Vairagya, Kaha, and all the Viraga, Kaha, it was written. So here it is Ka. Then what is it? Shamo, Samadhi Sadhana Sampatti Ka. What are these sixfold wealth? So they are saying it is Shama, Dama, Uparamaha, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam, Cha iti. What are those 6 things that are required? They are the wealth of a seeker. What are those 6 things? This is first one is Shamaha, then is Damaha, then is Uparamaha, then is Titiksha, then it's Shraddha, then Samadhanam. These are the 6 fold wealth of a seeker. So we come to the first one. Next, Kinki. Shamaha Kaha. What is Shamaha? Shamaha is Mano Nigraha, to control the mind. To have control over the mind. It is called Mano Nigraha. Okay, you can remove this. Now we come to the explanation of this. Now Samadhi, first let us see what is Samadhi Sadhana Sampatti. What is the meaning of Sampatti? Sampatti means wealth. What does it do? There are 2 things that a sampatti does. See, sampatti comes from pat dhatu. Pat dhatu. Sampatti means from pat dhatu. Samyak padam. Sampatti means samyak padam. What does it mean? That which establishes you. That which establishes you. That is called samyak padam. Which is that wealth. That what does it do? It will establish you something. Any type of wealth. So this also establishes you. So sampatti means what? Outside external sampatti means our house, our car, other properties, whatever. That is called sampatti. Okay, gold, ornaments, whatever. Then what does it do? It has got two characteristics. First one is it holds us. It has a capacity, holding capacity. Otherwise, whatever we have, if we don't have proper wealth, whatever we have acquired, that will get dissipated. That will get disintegrated. We cannot keep it with us. We cannot hold it. So we need that some wealth to also maintain the whatever possessions we have. And that is why consort of Vishnu Bhagwan is
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi Mawai, because he needs Lakshmi ji for maintenance of the world. Otherwise, the world will get dissipated. The world will get disintegrated. We cannot keep it intact. So if we have constructed a house, it does not mean we have done everything. After the construction also, we need to maintain it. For that also, we need wealth. So this holds us, holds the property. Okay. Now, second thing is that which has got buying power. What is wealth? Wealth has got buying power. It can purchase something for you. It can give you something. Okay. And it is ready to serve you. It has got the strength, it has got the power to serve you as you want. You can spend that wealth and you can get whatever you want. So like outside sampatti is there, similarly, we have got inside sampatti also. Like outside wealth is there, similarly, we have got inside sampatti also. Isn't it? So like we have got devotion, we have got compassion, we have got surrender, so many good qualities are there. We have got kindness, we have got generosity, somebody is very magnanimous in giving things. But if we don't have sampatti to hold these qualities will go away from us slowly. So we need qualities like Shama, Dhamma, etc. to hold these good qualities also inside us. Okay, these goodnesses otherwise will go away. And second is, yeah.
May I ask a question?
Mhm.
So, sampatti, as you said that it is inner as well as outside. So the inner sampatti is like compassion, devotion. So there also
No. These are wells. I mean, yes, but main sampatti is Shamadhi Sadhan Sampatti that we are coming to. These are all qualities of the mind that needs to hold.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so now these things, mind, we have got a mind. Now this mind, if it has got these qualities like concentration, like kindness, it will be more available for us to serve us wherever required. Wherever it is required, it will serve us. Otherwise, it can't serve us if we don't have these wells. So these wells actually serve us whenever we need them. Like when we need to write the notes, we need our concentration. It is a wealth. When we are getting angry, at that time, we need compassion and forgiveness. That is a wealth. We need to invoke those things within us. But if we don't have, then that mind won't be ready for serving. Isn't it? When we are very, very greedy, and that time we need to donate something. We need to give something. So from time to time, we need these wells to help us take out more good qualities from us. Dispassion we require when there are lusty thoughts, when there is a lot of passion, and that time also we need these, we need dispassion. So from time to time these wells come up and they help us. There's one subhashit in Sanskrit. It says kshanascha kanascha vidya artham cha sadhayet. So you need to hear all these things. Once you continuously listen to all these things, they're very beautiful, small subhashit. Subhashit means that which has been beautifully said. So it says kshanascha kanascha. Kshan means moment and kana means one bit by bit. So kshanascha kanascha vidya artham cha sadhayet. Vidya also and arth. Arth means wealth also should be collected. Why is it said like that? Because kanatyage ksanatyage kuto vidya, kanatyage kuto dhanam. If you don't utilize your moments, single moment, 1 minute, 2 minutes, if you don't make your schedule properly, then the whole time will go away. You'll pass away your time like that. Ksanatyage kuto vidya, kanatyage kuto dhanam. And we increase our wealth also, we collect the wealth also bit by bit. So if we are we are spending a lot where it's not required, we are actually giving away all our money also. We can't collect money also. Okay, so this is kshana. What is it? Kshanascha kanascha vidya artham cha sadhayet. Ksanatyage kuto vidya. Kanatyage kuto dhanam. So this wealth also, if we don't have, we have to, by baby steps, little by little, we should progress and try to increase our wealth of the Shamadhi Dhana Sampatti, Shamadhi Sadhana Sampatti. Okay, so we'll go to Shamaha, Gaha. Now, 6 things have been told here. What are these 6 type of wealths? First is Shama, second is Dhamma, third is Uparati, fourth is Titiksha, fifth is Shraddha, and last one is Samadhi. We'll see each one because each one has been explained by Shankaracharya Prabhupada. He has defined all these. So Shamaha, now we come to Shama. What does Shamaha mean? Shamaha means Mano, he has defined it as Mano Nigraha, control of mind is called Shamaha. Controlling the mind. Mind is peaceful. That is called Shama. Okay. So now if mind is controlled, let's try to find out how to control the mind. Is actually mind can be controlled? Can mind be controlled? See, mind is an instrument. Mind is an inert thing. So if we want to control the mind, actually we need to control that controller of the mind. Because it's an instrument, it is a karan. Karan means instrument. Antah karan. It is antah karan. Antah karan means it is the inside instrument, internal instrument. So if a driver is not proper and he's driving a car, it will meet with an accident. It will meet an accident and it will get spoiled, that car. Similarly, if the driver in us is not right, we cannot control the mind. To control that mind, because mind is an instrument, mind is inert. And that is why we need to change that personality in us to control the mind. We don't, what mistake we do is, we try to change the mind and not the personality in us. So first we need to go inside, we need to change the thoughts and then come to the mind. and then mind will automatically change. The personality has to be changed. The person has to be changed. The person has to be corrected. Okay, so here, if we see that the person, who's that? The definition is being given, Shamakaha Mano Nigraha. So actually, it should be Karta Nigraha. Why? Because there is one Karta sitting inside us, the doer sitting inside us, who is controlling everything. So if that Karta is changed, if his mind is changed, if his intellect is changed, if the thoughts, if his thoughts are changed, then automatically that mind will come under his control. So either we should live like a Gyani or we should live like a devotee. Means what? Either we should increase our knowledge so much that all these things come on its place. I mean, they don't trouble us. Either we live as a devotee. We have a lot of devotion. Only two ways are there to control the mind. First one is either we increase a lot of knowledge or we increase a lot of devotion. Yes, Supratim?
Yes. Sorry to interrupt you. There was a question coming in my mind. In this perspective, is the self or is the personality?
Personality. Self cannot be changed. Personality. Yeah. Self.
I
we
have a
can-
question. You please answer first. Sorry to interrupt.
नहीं हो गया बोलो.
Actually, you told that to control, we should control the controller of the mind. Controller of the mind means who is I thinking I am, that I.
Yes, that personality in myself. Yes.
That ego.
Yeah.
So how to control that controller? Through knowledge and devotion, or we can control the mind or the control about that?
Yeah, wait, I'm coming to it. Yeah, I'm answering. This is the whole thing. I'm answering. So, when we want to change the mind, we cannot change it directly. Okay, we cannot change it directly. We have to change that personality in us. So, how is our personality made? Naturally, our personality is made by our notions. Our personality is made by our thoughts. Our personality is made by our experiences. If we have got wrong notions, that will affect our thoughts also. That will affect our work also. Everything it affects. So first thing is we need to have a lot of knowledge. First thing is we should have a lot of knowledge, and second thing is we should have devotion. Either we should live as a devotee or we should live as a Gyani. There's no other path. Okay, then only we can change this personality. Live as Atma. Atma, what does it do? It is everywhere. So I pervade everybody. That is the thought of a Gyani, that I am seeing my reflection in everything, in the plants, in the trees, in the animals, and people around, in everything. I see my reflection. This is the highest knowledge. So we should try to increase the level of our knowledge. That nothing is separate from me. I'm not differentiating anything from myself. Everything is my path. Or either you bring some higher altar in your life, you bring some God or your guru in your life, that you can easily identify to that and see that he is expressing as so many things around. He is expressing as the love of your parents, of your spouse, of your children, everybody, friends. He's the one. So either we change, we become that Gyani, or we become a devotee. Try to become. And only then can we change the personality.
Amma, can we use both?
Actually, both are not different. Ultimately, when you go to the higher, I mean the absolute state, in that state, even the gopis, even Ramakrishna Paramhans, they had the absolute knowledge. So it's not different. If you want to have ultimate devotion to the Lord, you need to have knowledge about Him also. Similarly, about you also, if I want to know about you, if I want to love you, completely I want to love you, I have to have knowledge about you fully. Otherwise, I cannot love you. What time you get up, what do you like to eat, what are your choices, how you like to dress up. When you are in the house, how you are. When you are outside formally, how you are. I have to know each and everything about you to love you perfectly. Similarly, to love my Lord also, I need to have complete knowledge about Him. So ultimate devotion, saints like Akhandanandji Maharaj, they say that actually devotion starts after knowledge. That's a different topic we'll go to. Okay, so now, what were we saying? Yes, Shama. Shama means transform. Mano Nigraha means to control that karta in us, that is transforming the personality within us. It is transforming the personality. Okay, it's changing the personality. I gave the example of a car. If the driver is not correct, it will get hit. So similarly, this is being an instrument. Mind being an instrument, we need to change the driver, the karta, the doer of the mind. And after that is changed, what happens? That that mind will also get controlled. So sometimes this mind, when we are sitting for japa, or we are sitting for studies, or we want to create something, like you want to create some music, you need concentration. Your mind is not getting concentrated at all. At that time, when you are controlling your mind, at that time you come to know the drawbacks of an uncontrolled mind. If one has not controlled his mind, he won't know what we are talking about. You understand? When we try to control it, when we tell the mind not to go monkey hopping, and then as soon as we tell it that don't do that, like today's Ekadashi, simple example. Today's Ekadashi, people who fast, like I'm not fasting today, like I used to fast earlier. But the instant I have that thought that I have to fast, the thoughts of food start coming. What am I going to eat the whole day? We have to faryali that I have to make something. And fruits also, I don't know if there's lots of fruits because I'll be hungry and I have to eat. And when I'm hungry, that time I cannot do anything. My mind will start craving for food. All these thoughts come. First thought, the moment we leave food, the thought of food comes. This is lack of Manu Nigra, Karta Nigra is not there. That's why it happens. So when we are moving to control the mind, at that time we see how difficult it is to control the mind. When we say that you have to get up early, you have to be on time, you have to sit straight. See how many logics that mind will give to escape all these things. It's not easy. And that is why here it is called sampati. When I am asking that mind be stable, you have to sit here, you have to complete your japa of 10 malas. Without doing japa of 10 malas, you won't get up from your seat. And that mind says, okay, jo aagya. That is a controlled mind. When I ask that mind to become available for me, that mind is available for me. It is not running here and there like a small child, like a naughty child. Okay, so this is called Mano Nigraha. So transformation is possible only if we have a different view of that karta. We have to change that karta.
Amma,
Hmm.
so sorry. There was this very silly question which came inside my mind. Should I ask? I just want to
I
ask you.
go on, ask. You can say sorry later on.
Okay. So it's a silly question, but just came that in the first class when you said that the knowledge of tat is tattva bodha. So tat means which pervades in all. So if I know, if I just know and if I just affirm myself that yes, everywhere that tat is there, pervading everywhere, then why do we need wealth? Why do we need the sixfold wealth? We can just say
To
everywhere is tat.
know that see, you have known it, but do you realize it every time? If I scold you in front of suppose 500 people, at that time also, to hold on to that knowledge, we need this wealth,
Okay.
because that goes away very fast. We know that we are Atma. Okay, we know that Brahma is all pervading. Actually, we are all Gyanis because we have that Gyan. But when we require that Gyan, it is not available to me like a amalakvat, like a berry on my palm. It is not available for me. It just gets destroyed. It gets dissipated here and there because these wells are absent in my mind to hold it every time. That Gyani's experience is not for a moment. That Tat is everywhere. I am not ignorant. The bodily requirements are of the body and it's not of the Atma. All these things that need a lot of meditation, a lot of patience, titiksha, dharana, everything we need to hold that mind, to hold that knowledge within us. Otherwise, we know everything. But when we require that knowledge, we don't have anything. It is like pustakastha tu ya vidya. It is like the knowledge in the book, kept in the book. It is not with me when right now I am needing it. To hold that thing every time. That is the difference between Gyani and us. What is the difference? That knowledge is available for them, available to them at that moment, every time. The story of Jad Bharat, that sword was falling on his neck. In the Bhagavatam, this story comes. I'm not going to go into the details of that. But the sword was coming on his neck. He was a Gyani. He was looking at the sword, thinking that that sword is what? Panchamahabhut. And this body, this neck is what? Another Panchamahabhut. One Panchamahabhut will fall on another Panchamahabhut. What about me? Why am I dragging myself in this? I am not being cut. I am not being killed. I cannot be killed at all. This is the knowledge. And he was looking at that sword falling on his neck. Devi Ma appeared and then she killed all those demons that were going to kill Jad Bharat. Because he was a Gyani Purush. He didn't see any difference. That knowledge was available. That Tat, he could see it in that sword also that was going to kill. He was looking at those dacoits also who had brought him. He ate food nicely. Before giving Bali, they make that person eat a lot. Nice food. And he ate, knowing that he was going to be killed. Can we eat like that? So that knowledge is always available. And because we don't have this Shamadhi Sat Sampati, we don't have the Sadhan Chatushta in ourselves, that is why that knowledge gets dissipated. It goes away. So to hold those things, we need to have these things in us, to have Mano Nigra. Slowly, this will happen. So Shat Sampati in Shamaha, first thing was that the holder of mind should be changed. I'm giving you the gist. Holder of mind should be changed. Second is, we have to bring in more values in the mind. When the either values or bhakti devotion to change, either we need to live as a Gyani or as a devotee, so that everything quietens. And third point is, whatever we are doing outside, external things affect the internal thoughts. So if we are doing something that will affect my mind or my thought, we should refrain from that. We should not go into those things that will affect my thoughts or affect my mind, or it will make me agile, or it will make me very passionate. We should be very, very focused on our goal. We should have our goal. What is the purpose of everything, whatever we are doing? Try to define everything. If it is not required, then we should not do, because external thing that will hamper or affect our internal thoughts also. Because outside, whatever food is given, that goes inside. That will create our thoughts, our vrittis. So if that mind is not okay, we have only one instrument, and that is the mind. In everything, that mind is required. If that mind is not proper, we cannot walk also. We'll stumble somewhere, we'll fall down, either we won't be able to see. When mind is not right, we cannot eat also properly. That mind does not register how much we have eaten. I don't know if I have eaten 1 chapati or 2 chapati, how much rice I ate. I don't know, because mine was not there. Simply I'm talking to you. If my mind is not right, I won't register anything. You ask me about something, I'll answer something else. We have not only one instrument, and if that instrument, even in your workplace, or in your household activities, or in your studies, or in your career, in your family, wherever, if your mind is not right, everything then will fall apart. You can't concentrate on that day. You say, okay, we'll do it tomorrow, later on we'll see. And what is the sign that the mind is not controlled? Won't listen to you. It won't listen to you. We are asking it to do something, and it won't listen. We'll ask it to go and sleep. Sometimes it happens. Sleep. Yesterday only it happened with me. I was trying to sleep, but I couldn't sleep. In the morning, then 3:30 again I got up. That's the time to sleep. And I slept also after 12:30. And then I'm just awake. And when there is a class, or when there are people here, then it will ask me to go and sleep. That this is a sign of an uncontrolled mind. It is not in control. Then we have to bring it under control. No, not at all. Nothing doing today. No sleep for you. Why didn't you sleep yesterday? You have to punish it. We are very good in punishing others. We are not good in punishing ourselves, our mind. We have to be strict with this mind. Very, very strict. Okay. Then our time is over today. Then next point is Damaha Kaha. Shama we saw, and Viragaha we saw. Viragaha and Shama. You all can make notes on this. And if you have got any question. And we also saw the meaning of the shlokas that we chant in the beginning. These are very important shlokas. You'll by heart it. When in the beginning we are chanting, you also should chant. Okay, so ultimately you can learn those shlokas also. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Anybody has got any question?
Amma, again,
Yes.
not so much related to the topic of today, but it's overall related. My question which is coming up, that right now, like I am talking to you and you are talking to me. We are having Tattwa both classes. I am at my home. Everybody is at their home, and everybody is in this earth. as a whole, which is in the universe, and these are all Maya. I am talking to you with Maya. You are talking to me with Maya. The entire people who are with us in this class are Maya. Then the entire world is Maya. Then what is Brahman?
Good question. Everything is Maya. Whatever comes in Maya, apart from that, that is Brahma. Nitya Vastu is Brahma. You separate everything, keep on separating everything, separating. What is left is Brahma. You cannot take that out. You cannot take it out. Try. Try for the whole week.
Okay, Amma. I will revert you back with
Yeah. Keep on
with my
removing
thought
whatever.
process.
Yes, this is called Vivek. Na? Whatever the question is related to Vivek, to separate. So everything, whatever we can see, whatever is related to 5 elements belongs to the purview of Maya. So everything here belongs to Maya. Even the words that I'm talking is mic, not the mic. The mic is the Hindi term mic. Maya ka mic. Everything is related to Maya, of Prakriti. That Maya has got different names. Shakti, Prakriti, Maya, Mahat, Ahankar, all belong to the same category. Then you remove all these things, whatever is left, that cannot be rejected at all. That cannot say, there's one quote which says, whatever is right cannot be left, and whatever is left cannot be right. Yeah. So this is what you were asking. So you cannot leave what is right, and that right is Brahma. Rest, everything comes in the left portion. Think.
It's very
And give your notes also, and tell others also to write. Okay. So we can meet again on Friday, next Friday. Take care, enjoy your weekend, and my Hari Om and regards to everybody at home.
Hari Om.
See you. Hari Om.